Nana Yaa Konadu yaba penye ye odon hwere ba kone kakra ye di bedi dwuma me mamu so akela bobonua odi anka kwam ye boa ne beto aso me da si so do afidie no aso me da se what you say me over others ye what trouser 400 albendazole ye sunsun no pebinom na emo abransos no ejije wo baby vite ne syrup ene ne drops e wo honom ema emofra ye sanso e wo lumi trust ye malaria drew. Our pharmacy and chemical store say try your happy delight fruit juice. You are loaded with taste. And we are bamunsuo and the eye kama. Se say yen you ba emu faso no efri mum. APC freaking a farmer. Stubborn pain beko ama ho ato na so no na nanu achi oya no bakọ na ne APC catch us say ko na kokko hu doctor free say how no na tra normal pain aba baby a e was a doctor hwehwe de kodie e ma Vitamilk. Eye aduane ankasa de he na apɛ Vitamilk banana strawberry ope regular choco ananso ope de he many Peter say yen address na ye ne a wo se so fam dua ho nti apɛ banana no de ope bia na so so abobo agubo ano no wo de gari soaking se koyie pa. In fact Vitamilk eye aduane ankasa. Amen Scientific Herbal and Alternative Medical Hospital la hu sha afnyame one year suffer inshallah enyame adoma ayare sabeba enwada romania je dwade Haw Ne Sen eba last week mo ka say mu hia say Food and Drugs Authority en chire de mamon sam na mobobo so no Food and Drugs Authority na nkasa wa ha say why it will be boy na yakoba madana di na mo haw ni nyina ya toama no meba
Peace FM.
Wabna ana mashodi wampa base menum nie wonti wo ho wonti tintesuo wo so a wonkyere sa obosofono
Say na de ya mini nyina na ya nsonsuno
nsonsuno de se na dura ne trouser 400 albendazole the tablet ni nsuo
ampa onimaduro no eno ana agi mi yo na de da wo ho ne se enwu hia se obedi ade dokodoko bia ansa no anom trouser 400 albendazole ne tablet ana se nsuo na wobetimi anom ne tambia anso enya na dwonko a
enti mi de bi mpa mi fio mini mebusua de trouser 400 albendazole the tablet any nsuo eno ana de kumonsonsono
me say mi pa bi nso maamro wobenya bi e wo pharmacy ene drug stores mu atufo nko Pharmatras Limited for 0561088663 ana 0561088666 kai say adroi enya mankwada woni mrumfie mienu ene apemfo trouser 400 your family's dewema enkrato Food and Drugs Authority agiatum.
Happy Delight Food Juice. Swachilala, chichi soso. Afrana pa. Epe pashu breakfast and was in woman. Joe Happy Delight Food Juice against with toast, cereal, and even them cool. If you mean a bread and fifi, the most fridge man. Happy Delight Food Juice. One of one. And you be here. I come out to relax away. When you're let's say what the chamado. Happy Delight Fruit Juice. Off and a berry, I bring you all day long on fruit juice. I'm Happy Delight. One different flavors, different size. You number 1 liter. Number from 150 and 250 ml. A baby healthy life shows on your supermarket. Happy Delight Fruit Juice. Loaded with taste.
Said you bet me a check in a farmer APC in Sunti. And why yen sakuma?
uti paiwa
Fakina farmer akuma APC
Kaka hawa.
akuma APC
sisiarie one person no mpemu na ya oya fever ana honam ya
emu bia kina farmer akuma APC ebeye firi ho nemum nanu achi na enkoi dia ko hu doctor kina farmer akuma APC eyema obia ya wadi emfie dunsia 16 years dekro.
yes junior
Papa na obey Vitamilk nom no or Saiba
Oliver Twist
Papa Oliver Twist or Saiba Mami go yi me Vitamilk choco and a Vitamilk champ engu me school bag mu anya sa obefa koma ni man
you kan ho
Anye maduru hawie akwada mpanisem.
Daddy
Yes.
me cover Vitamilk 250 ml na udi akosie empano ase no na me manu bi
Ewrade me be ya finishem.
enkoda sempa de
Me anso me duabo efina ekro metro Vitamilk soy milk drink Vitamilk energy cafe ni artificial coloring bia animu Vitamilk choco Vitamilk banana Vitamilk strawberry and Vitamilk 250 ml abramonso
Ye per Vitamilk no ye nim no free no a.
your original vitamin
na me Vitamilk ye nim tete no e do da menum o
Vitamilk
e me ebre bia any baby.
FDA agye edwedwe nkrato yato.
Herbal and Alternative Medical Hospital Bena Black History and War America, China, Africa, ne Ghana and Penifua Bonabaso say, or say a real man for Tiapopa.
Amin Scientific Hospital. I had a sabia, or one Fidian was so, Yawudaswa, and Fidian Chiro Yadi, Nanua Sanso Sao Yadi.
Amin, expert or one croyaria, one run when nam. Now, what Dr. Fonia nurse for so, or what's a ma?
Amin Scientific at the herbal, homeopathy, naturopathy, and reflexology, na, as Sayadi.
So, one I will pay, and I are in the same pa, Yamia Dumunti, Yaria expert. Amen Scientific ebe boama inshallah ohwato na wonso dia dance said the Ghana Fonia brochure for be dia dance no
Accra Amen Scientific ewo dome Obersnet Flat and Alashibinso our Klagon ebe Shaman Road under bridge ope
o krabata p free non sure dia ben wo 0245 275254 ana 020 722 9505 Amen Scientific Herbal and Alternative Medical Hospital
Allow Shafi nyamene yaresafo
The Peace FM.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that was it. Mafirawo mi bei nyakuku oduro nshebe kumane nifa udia kukwa wanimu ai misime mpabae mina mibawa chiridomu sani amidi mosa chinuo sana medi wachida mabawudi na mafirawo mibadofu nyakuku oduro nshebe kumane nifa Udia, Papa Wanimuai, Missy Baba, Mina, before what you read of Sania Midi Joshua Chino, Sana, then you watch it out. Mirinya wo, Mipa, Mirimpa wo, ya. Makame untam se, Mia, Namapua wo, Untimempa bae.
And then, you know, your mammy, Mrs. Akoto Evergreen, I would da. Mommy, I'm out in Quam, I would da pow, yes, senior couple of bonnet and just one at the mount. Woman, you know, Mammy Akoto, Kua, Yaboba wine. Me and Cassa, ya much the man bar for Arafat, o money in ye boom. I'm out in Quam, I would da pie, yes, just a couple of months, attention, what do womb. Na de bia ya babet na se na ne wo hwe en kwan apesan kwan na bunu ne nam ho o ma yankobon hira wo ma kwatenten e ma ye happy birthday megina busuane nyina na mu ene e ma otrin kwa ene wo awudu awude ne nso ye ma otrin kwa o ye mo awuda pa
me ka ho na me chew
And Mr. Osbert Atoman or GT Bank Takra de Market Circle ne wawuda busuafo ni nyina Reverend Cloud Atoman and Miss Sack and busuani nyina ma otrin kwa wawuda pa yes hwe so papa and de ma happy birthday wawudu awuda ne bia ma otrin kwa ye nua bi ho aka nyane tia se antisi arehosemu ko ntinyame ya domo a chinechi yi ene ye bone masse na chese ye akwakosie akwakoye bibia da bi o 1 week nimpo ne ye ba bedi no ifiada etiabusua ne nyina antisisili akire abusua e mamu nyina hyeden wai yesre nyankopon se onkyekire mo re wo de ato ani so ye nambo eso hya odin se kyekire ho re menua Ivan se duru se ya mama mani ata kafra abusua ya me kyekire mo nyina mo re Evangelist Diana Samoa in Brofonyo mode meba.
I will never leave you. I will not forsake you. Avaba my name, then I will be your head. Do not be dismayed.
Oh, there be insro. I'm so for a bread to say a call studio near Cocodine Common and I watch your chair muno. Ye share ya yes yet ya no near share a diane ye did die and ye num ensemuno. And some da hoka kra na ya why a ninwano. The mother buy yentine here say Food and Drugs Authority 40 anoma yen. Near champagne do mo betimi. Ade wo mo bra fam yen. Na wo ma beboa yen e wo enkyerkyere ahodo ho. Etinne Menu Kofi SL or a Director Industrial Support Services Directorate. E Food and Drugs Authority. Brapa ni ahia o.
Mejodo.
Afishia pa.
Afin ko moti.
Se de many ayedomo many. Basa busuafo ho ye.
Yo, nyamena do mo bia hunu ye.
Ye de radiase. Me hu bia so an many age forever young. Why are they? Why are they? Why are we pa?
That's pa.
It's me mo akwa bebium.
Mejodo.
Yo. Abusuafo nti era SL Kofi SL Director Industrial Support Services Directorate our Food and Drugs Authority ene ne beba ababedi enkomo enne ewo food yete ano yedidie yete ano no na wo twetwam de mo de ba ye ne nyina ye behwe na yaboboso na nsa na no moma yenye overview yanze kakra bi Kofi ayi food safety ehu hia pa sa
yo me da se mamem fa na mkwan do na minchi a wetefu nyina wo kan food safety a ina chede edibana no hotsew edibana sebe iza ohobian ka future ma edibana se iza yare bibian ka yo anada inkipra ono kada safe food na hia huhia pa anye de ya setena yati za oboa hen ma yakoba da na de nyina oye edibana today car wo hui azoma car utumu koba petrol di bogum. That's the source of your energy. And you know nuntum ntina ho abere indidi nti oye adza da ne de nyina okowie men ntino o de ehwe pa de da eridi kowie men no hoto sabe me shatar na sataren nka bema mo ruwegu ho na se mekede di ban ko gumiyem na se nye di ban papa ansa no bo praying ina we di medwuma nkase umiyem ho na dwuma obedi mu nso bi wo ho a nye adza mo hu ne ya obotu mahye me wiribe ma mfipi echira nsana wadane ho edi de owo ho if an ordinary food poisoning kura ye kan a diet hu pa anye de the symptoms of food poisoning are there essential is out there de ekenye di be mu yarban was it from 0 hours to 72 hours inti motumate it many bi nne ina ewukude bia so menya no dunsunsu andon e bia memeneda anade fida kura inti o fida mabria inti ibonwo de memenda na pa e so wo ho mfaw oye wadwe abentina mo mini pedua ye mbasa bidam e bia di bia ke di no wukudan e bia ke di ne yawodan manana no ho orikenya no ho wuye ma inti edibana ho ahote ho nsameze onye de kiya toto na adekura odo ya za dani de nyina kana wotwi bia ye ka ye ho ina ye rekase ye be pina na wada ni wezi inkanka za wo friend cancer kokram ye be ibinu richre de impempin ofi environmental factors. But if environmental factors are abandoned partner we are exposed to, abandoned partner yeta the other yenini shia oyeziban in nso ayenum. Enti se yer baby beka na pina be fi edibana se be yeridim. Enti se ya ma yenwu ama yen hodo. Ibe na edibana meji na napa. Ibe na edibana meji na wiaber. Ibe na edibana meji na nyibire. America da okra mununum nsu
abi nsu na mononom enti say ama yenyu amba ye ho dodam obi botuma se sika akotɔ atare wa hye wa kopati ase na ihwe edibana wo several party na ase sebe oyemmo another wanchi another fufuru enkwana kura wodi egu edibana don enkwana adwe so ihwe sister meso wa address no wafa nanso omma bibian kana adwene de da media komi yemen no hia kura poser atare na ma ahyen ono chere de hia ni nyimidi wo edibana wote ho sebe owo fom na pepi kan wasema Dieta Kanye, African gems don't kill. African gems, unfortunately, I have a very bad announcement for our listeners. African gems are now killing us. And so we have to be very careful and move away from that.
I told Nana so drew fit one of my oh the other hand by can come as Nekuno. They are kind of sad because they said gems no
bacteria was someone hygiene. But this is when you're friendly to Africans, you
omunya omboy ti se dwie no
obobo de juices ya enti e besre pa de food safety consciousness should be highlighted and the yembo hu de wur na yemma nyipe bia obey panka ye school mo frama ye fentete hon yem ko schools na teachers in one form food safety clubs now one to more mama from crop into the concept of food hygiene food safety one task isha mra eyibe wo feneden covid bay ye wo force ibo di boni just pinkan ho me pyramid within the
ai amodi ya mpesi ehia
covid obey e won cholera okofuma.
Oh yes.
Do you know the reason? Because we were washing our hands. Ya wuhuri yensa pa onu normal yanti cholera nka. It's not chade. Ensa wa wuhuri keke mpun. Otume yi cholera ko. But why is it that after the COVID then we've reverted to our old selves? Yasina ko echiri biom. Ena za onfra na yeye. Enne obi koto edibana do botonobo odi semina inensu abohoro ne nsa ho yie wa hohoro semina ne fini nsa ho ansa na wedizini da bi ina edibana basa
covid ne ba na ye to a tin food and a canned food cra na ye san nya adaje e de sapone semina to ho hohoro asa na ye bie so
ai na so ne ene na nso se me
ba lawyer senior ya je gbe kra
me ba kro kofa sadi no rubutu ano na mo hwe ne de obokwa dana in spite of what mangasemi fee in spite of all the it's who menu medre hwene no who the there's something wrong so say that was wrong and I mean you forgotten to wash the can before you open it also yeah I refuse. That's why I'm saying that we need to keep reminding ourselves or they are dan na to point out now food safety will become part and parcel of our lives. Adza yen without thinking. Fanade nobody tells you to go and drink water. It become you are so conscious about that.
Bibi the push you ma come na push you ma.
It all there. Even the diba no honto another obi bibia de adi omfra manhwe ye na metemesa kaka yereba bekam. Tempana ihu edibana na se de eyi unse efi ho edibana wadwe nkwan no madwe ne na edi nkwan na wadwe no salad we twitwa vegetables fitanapa won fa nche fridge osi apampado wodro ton pan no in a sardine ewia bi in ewia yorugbe obi etwitwa cabbage or the you friend then
cream
mayonnaise or that fra we friend coleslaw right yes. Or then a nam in a sardine in our friend boys here we friend then construction works in the day we to foam on ankasa nsa hufi wasan akoto pan no no so one for them coleslaw bi nka no ho in them bien bacteria ofi coleslaw mereba in a few one nsa ho a ozere kakana no e be na ne yer in ne so ayerika sei eduru ne bu sura no roko it is yanhwe ne ye ya our health bills will keep mounting without thinking of how we can mitigate it. And it's very simple. Keep yourself clean. Make sure that it's better reason. No what so. Or you take it and someone will work a care. And just remember you there. What's it? Yerba of it's been urban. So you do. No more watching. 80% of all foodborne diseases can be prevented simply by washing of hands. Yansa ya work a care. And you also need to be a yansa. You did. Until I say abroad, we be on use cutlery impo. And yes, and yes, spoon. But taste bars only your fingers, so taste bars for your tongue or your chamber.
Just your running.
It's a runny. Then Miss Afro Crampona, one way out metal. On one said, why Robman say, no matter what you can now know, and I Robban and Casaya Tintin into what is in Sunuma, and not what they either were Ferruson. Into what once I was the petty soon kakria and a walk with Manodo. No, didn't if fishes a robayimu, acrylic and so that can't robayido. Into every defin in a paint and so a robanodon. No so a retaff in a kakra. But one day, will acrylic paint and I
say you use it gel and general pepper.
Oh, papa. No, but these are chemicals.
Yes.
But we need to even find out whether these chemicals are food grade. Once you are using Teo, I brought from Fanny into only that ink or that paint or whatever you call
chemical,
it will not come into contact with the food. But in our case, we eat with our fingers. Into come pada come mutufa come kade obi a wa kana roba paadi man fa won san tum konim in front to the benimindi. Use cutlery because what's it when you live in a glass house you don't throw stones so in you
yes
I am a crown hondo kakra
now what you tell me share yan croford do am de buy me e bi ho agi se kabom omo fa canned food don't call me tin food ne bi ho no ma chance na ho amoa e bi so awe na achi e bi so unza ya pepa date ni yasan ye ni yie ena ye bobi don komi bi on ma
date ni onye ni yie
ayasamo
ona anana naka so wa ye ni date ni
o ma ye date ni o ma ya pepa ye ne foforo aha ena bi so hu sese ye pepa date ni kwa ka 1 month na expa obi de say eje ni mode fa ho baaye orobon de hof fa ho baaye ode hyeba de fa ho baaye wo fa jaben de fa ho baaye ekrofo me ye hampers kra okwa akoto ade efo ne ye de aka 1 month 2 months na expa no mo de gum food and drugs bit me ho de na aboye
yenyime de afinu ku na wie yide ya de bronya rebe na new year so be ka ho ediba no ho egwedi bokosor edidi ahoro bokodo parties ahoro bebado ye besre de mra ye anya na makwenye yidi tufui etefu beti na super mama hen ye tufu odu da mebri a ye sheda to ye hu gu station ahoro do TV stations radio stations online broadcasters na zinyina mo be ye botu mama ye message na ya asem kan obokwa echir na manfu pina ya kaka ye ho so we intensify this public education da mebri mu da owonya de da mama enuam working so ban chance meziba na chance meziba ye ziba ni bia nka obotu ma cher na nso no wasen wo mote mo de se rekoto chance meziba ni bia na chance no ho abobo ade wa no ho amonkuma ana wa amoamoa mesro chance bia no ho amoamoa bia ne mozibanen onye za yiza oyemo sentini de wo bibi wo ho wo fe ne laka wodi draw chance ni mansan wo de dibane gum if the can't get a knock na se odenta another no ho munkuma ewa dam lakan o wawe after wave we are then you have the content of the can edibane will now react directly with the metal and it can result in the release of hydrogen. And if you're not very careful, you may get hydrogen, another can poisoning, food can poisoning. Onu ntini ya se rikoto edibana no ho amoamoa monto bronya biri donko mi babado na donko mi bia ta ase de sabi ye won krofo wo ye philanthropist yanka se ye doctor despite or ye philanthropist we know ni mozembo obo nanso pina wo ho a nipa pina wo ho a business a wo yen or penisika or pede sabi or reduce the losses. Inti that in the bus go beside mumon don't come in a monton. Inti de bia de bon no biru to na don't come bia men pere won ho de rekoto. E boto kra mpa hweniye e kor anade biani bia na midza because don't come in or return na bia de na aka na wotwe aka bede bosom aka de na wotwe biani bia bira woda wodidi no retwem. Inti se ka pere won ho na ser ekoto a ibo hu ne de aka fa o hawaii den e da boto won ho do. Osande edibo kofie ebia na entum endin da ma bere na mu ina bere oda edidin wetwem eyo no fi ho a ibo na chance ni bi wo ho a insu egodo ma wasa do wabon kanar ana was awinache nti wabon kanar da men ibo hu ne de ebon nkitinkiti bi brofoka se friend micropause oye bon nkitinkiti pa wenyu akrampo ni ntumu nanso mframa tumi fam kwa edibani mu nti bo hu na edibani gbogbo edon ena nkambia be edibani mu ediban reya say nti iwu chance a no ho abobo chance a wawe na ache na fe nso no hwe data sabi owo chance no ho se dating bibi de bora papa bibi wo ho a ye besere pa de daba adote dam no monto make academy wo for bibi offer judicial notice ewa wo bronu bi wo Katamanto railways police station bronu bi wo ho de bia fi bia me catch on de ye di enyu asi won no do wo fo don komi na imrante bi wo ho a wo subana adza wo yenyin afi wo mu bi no so aba railways ewa infinfin no ho right either fi central police station ko UTC infinfin no ho ibon de can drinks with the sellotape afafa ho na ade men kana won nyina wo yedam na wo mu binu mo ho a they are known as a what hayen na azo ye ya opa anye de sabe odu bi also na we have to touch on the morals of Ghanaians hien suban hien adwen hien nyamesom ibade no ka kire hien de enyimpa da zamiri yenye nanso sika penti memmenua maye matonade onye da memenua na wokedi na wayere na woso eko hospital eko pharmacy shop na se pharmacist no so tonedura wa say odi moma ene ye kwa ne ye be enti ebesere pa de odu dama biri a enye na yere koto ehona woroto obia indi no kwar na omanenwa na ho ehona wo ye hampers tena meke odi bi wo menwuma chede ona yare ho me pe chocolate pa na hampers no ode be mu hu chocolate bi wom me da di si odo me retwen January mu ko bo chocolate do en kan bi aba chocolate mu na me no ye madum dem it was during the daytime oye den you bi na me ka wo yansa na anka me di at bon mu ko bo chocolate ni nyina abo etu no me share date na cheda it expired in August.
And what train the hamper?
It expired in August and it was covered another packaged in a hamper. And you know, at the time that it was packaged in, the product had already expired. I am not saying that all those involved in hamper production, when I watch it hampers in them. Na se bino watching. No you me do bro nyare be ntia ka 1 month. Oh be jansa na debi. No bia na sebe onya bibia ho na opero oji.
So kan wanya ne bebre setie bia wontimi ndi ni nyina bi bekan
it had re tonada mobia tonada oye in fact odu bia sebe edwuma ma yetu kwano ko emia bia na ade o kama ye de ebibifo we are so dishonest ebibifo ndi no kwa we are so dishonest and you so yes so pa so our level of dishonesty is so high. Na edwene wan tiase yente ye ho no kwa krunti mpo onyimpa ada banche no tona ma no banche ne nye Also banche ya oh economy a oye fita enu banche na wa nese edi ye fufuru onye ye na afi ye di bancha mpesa na de fufu na edi chede bibia ye bia ada ye ka fanade bia kabada nkrofo de pete tomatoes do impuado de obeberintem aya kan wasema kan could you believe there yen nani mesiafo a wo goma wotonton these fruits they continuously do that but kohoda rekaya investigation obia ba manen sado obia ye konkron menye bida ma ate de wo ye wato so onyim wona wo ye so bohwem eno hona na wodi dem dwuman me kan say me akiro there was a time I wo bra there yem fa potassium bromate yem fa mfra isam mfa nye pan obium because yehunu there potassium bromate or cause cancer. Some countries still doubt it and use it. In the US they still have potassium bromate in their flour, but most countries have stopped using potassium bromate altogether. Yeah ehwehwemi isamen if factory wa potassium bromate in him now so pan na watun potassium bromate wom obane den in wana what ye what on pan ho nzama wogom hon ibini friend asom ibini friend paracetamol ibini friend aden na oyehu pa there as if they know those who bake or into bakery idu ona sare potassium bromate to ani nya da but wana what pan on they get it and they add it to the flour and the danger woman there as oyehu pa woman there even when we're using it at the factory level we are able to measure the quantities that goes into say a 50 kilogram of flour but at the level of 1 year no ifien now they add it without considering otide magi a wodi gu edibanemu ewa bibi kakra oma ediban nenka ne daw omra so kakra afi ye magi ne digu edibanemu ye wi na yese in a moreover unfortunately it is not Maggi. It is called potassium sodium monosodium glutamate MSG. Maggi Obini brand.
Maggi Obi brand.
Monosodium glutamate. But the funny thing is that people don't don't even know that monosodium glutamate is even into fresh tomatoes. It is all kind of what's in Maggi makuma Maggi potassium bromate makuma and in tomatoes because you find it in tomatoes. You find it in cheese. It's a naturally occurring material. The problem with monosodium glutamate, let me say it today, is that the perceived problem in there is a sodium salt. Ada when you peduema oma ye boja or ye thick or thick in blood, normal heart problems, is that metal called sodium. And that sodium is in ordinary salt in chinia yedia. Inti bonus was be moja brodo na akumayeba mondi chini pi. This is the secret because you have this sodium salt in sodium chloride. Okay, the sodium is there. Inti fanade you edinchin ankase gwedibenim. Na sanso the monosodium glutamate so akake dimano the sodium content of the food has increased. And so by eating food containing monosodium glutamate and then sodium chloride, you are exposing yourself to excessive sodium. This is the problem. But people will just run around and be talking about Sebi Chinese forward monosodium glutamate how many years in Japanese equal Asia. It is something that add to food all the time. Are they dying? So the issue is not about monosodium, it is our attitude. And moreover, monosodium glutamate abrofu using, it is always added to cooked foods. But obirejo sabi tomatoes in a moko keke or they do dokuna, then you add monosodium glutamate to it. There is no scientific work that has been done to show the danger involved in that. So that's why I said if you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. Yes, you know what? Yafi more trado. In the best Ghana for edibano one hotel, you need to bendim. Ono and what the yerbe pina or the or the brehen. It is a about showing who ye. Na ya ma yen adrena off and ye did ya hwedam them many year you be nyina there are so many things that are militating against us now. Ni nyina or brain yanum kwaze. If you pa, what is the average lifespan of a Ghanaian today? An African. Men are living below, are dying before they turn 60. So most people will die before they go on pension. In Mesafuna Nyama, you want kakra, I want to walk over 63 thereabout. But meaningful P, it is a Obeyanka Banshan on reduce pension age. The pension kakra and sunny you.
I'm one so cry. Was a member summit, young go. Young go. Where you manache, so to way, so to a more imported rice. Na ya rebaggy into Nipan him say a this brand. Or better, na a different brand. And not to kokoda, a more issues a buyer. Would the moon goose you how ho. Oba ho white obey you white as Sunday should near Ababe down. One want a more imported rice in the fa. One way we are not dear Cheswa. Not teams you. As one why and not a ye. Sunday my end day.
Didn't make an Indian practices and there may be a do in Ugumwa. You know, some of these regulatory activities in Sabisa Bakofun to me money. Into Bibu we had a food safety week, and our slogan was food safety is our collective responsibility. It's Banawato, Oyena Nasuzi, Sabisa Bonyo Bakofu Nasuzi. National security is a collective responsibility. Let us see food safety as a national security issue. Obi Ogomho, Makola, Whitechapel, is it Whitechapel Lane? There's an area very close to this maybe drug lane. That area. In Kofubi Wawa, me kai pa ye some time ago. I don't want to mention a particular tribe, but they were involved in that. If it was the Zamana Fubi, I don't know, but they were involved in that. What they do is that they buy back old rice bags into our akoto womo ebia. Me find that this brand is no longer in circulation. Sultana, let me put that way. Okay, at that time Sultana was a very high brand rice. Akoto Sultana, Eddie. At 5 kilograms, right? Then they go and buy back that Sultana bag. And na obini rice another mubia or low grade brand be. We go Sultana bag nimo. Then they will reseal it. And they are so smart today. We'll use the same combination of ahumana, what's a pamanon, and what's a pam. Okay? But what's a pama? You will realize that if you're very observant. Panzana, what's the pam second one? And on to Munkafa old Panzada down the bone.
Host Nina out me for dinner.
It's only what Manoze now so old horse in Bididaho. Now you know what they did? Because we knew this and then we started talking to people about this. Now what they've done is that they cut that section off. It's one that we bargain. And it was some pam na fufu. But what's some pam no fufu I'm saying that because they cannot keep cutting. You want that you try to train, want to train straight. Into one that bag nanon I rough kakra. What a year a juba can you imagine a union of a certain workforce? Okoto a mother was one workers Christmas bonus. Sana mona was the boy you know you tugum.
I'm a procurement for you.
Seriously, now workers will be a returning rising. Everybody return his bag of rice or a bag of rice because they sold them the wrong thing. That somebody just wanted to make excess money. But the funny thing is that if you also know the market prices are, nobody who is involved in any fraudulent deal will sell the produce at the right market price. It's in paying and a quarter in this and the bone will form too much. I adrenubium. It's in there a more 55 kg CC And the interesting thing is that most of them are no longer 5 kg. In their bag, no, it is now 4.5.
Yeah, it be a 4.5.
It be a 4.5. No, but it want to
standardization.
It want to so you know, say market forces, economic forces, because things are quite challenging now. And, you know, they cannot sell 5 kg at the price that they were selling. Now they cannot increase the price, but they can reduce the size, the quantity, but keep the size of the bag intact. But they will change the value, the weight on it to read 4.5 kg. But you know, 5 kg, but actually you are buying a 4.5 kg, not a 5 kg. It's in a quarter in our shape. But the interesting thing is this. Say, so man can watch the bargain. Say, wait, ibohu there, what the pansy and what the apostle, etwa ni baby. And I was up on the fufu If she ahomane kura what the pamena, they will never always get it right. Ibohu sunsunye bi between ahoma kura one end of the bag and the other end of the bag. And I feel so look at the price of the rice that you are buying. If the price is low, otodokra, otodokra better 10 cedis. It is not what 184 Ghana cedis, 5 kg. Now so be what the same brand, 70 Ghana cedis. On basica, Ghana Nemri. No, do Ghana farmer, bring your ability match will be at 10 cedis. I ain't finished.
And you know, correct. On chow 10, sir. But I say, Food and Drugs Authority, more tire market surveillance.
You know.
Bankrophobia say small towns. More your day if we say. A man is shed Jan wholesalers no wa Accra ne big cities no. Enti retailers never toko. Near the cost smaller towns no. Near the Aquacogu stores no. Any day. Na eguwa obi ono mo a ya Anton intente maybe also call be fano. Na akakuma bi. Na say by ateso kakra ma me say ebeko. Enti store ne de mu ayema. Enema ne fa say mo area ho munni nwie ya. Yen fa from my mo yende.
Mr. McCain, nyame adom aban esu hina sen. Ya tro yen tabenma 16 regions in akabede ebina na me ebasin bia ye offices nkodu osisi a na onche ebia febo remu kra ohoso ebodu ho na se ye koho nyina do hia ye titiru eye ebia yesika sem and ebia logistics ya ebia yehia obotum aboa hen, because if you take a place like the northern region, Tamale for example, the region is very wide, okay, and your office is in the regional capital. So what it means is that if you want to do effective market surveillance, either you have regional offices or you have other mechanisms you both may put in place. And so the mechanism that we have adopted in a day, we are working very closely with the local government or the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development through the environmental health officers, because they are at every district office, every district or municipal or metropolitan assembly. And you know, when we empower them, because there's a provision in the law that says that we can work through these agencies to bring into compliance the requirements of the law. And so it's important that we identify these stakeholders and work through them, and also carry out effective public education. And you know, on one hand, we are working with the environmental health officers through the ministry, and on the other hand, we are doing effective public education, because at the end of the day, all I require you hold the power. It is a yetuma maunimidi no was sort of paza. Let the person do whatever they want to do. You will be the final judge as to whether you will patronize the product or otherwise. And you know, ononyaza and it is very, very important that say if any regulatory framework anywhere, and it is part of the WHO or FAO regulatory framework for food controls, public education is key. And you know, yes, you do market surveillance, but empower people with so much knowledge about the issue. Be open. Zinukwarwo manipani hunende sebe me ahwodin ntum nu bebia abandoning to mfan FDA to the point there will be a educated gua. You have FDA officer following the person. No, nobody will do that. Nobody does that anywhere. But some unyimidi was sort of bibia. I feel rokoto aza. I wish there Ghana bia rokoto aza. One of the things that you look at for fat ediban shehon. They are better watch show. Data what it in. Was another onsen. So was so crampo na say akakrama akakrama so. But to my friend shop na catch them who producti Biruni Island or Yaso. You know, with some of the shop owners are also very sensitive about these things. That when you tell them, they are so grateful and thankful to you that actually not bibido. Sebi, workers they'll be doing stock rotation. And you know, you as a consumer, just draw the attention to it. And when some kind of food safety or you'll be an issue. Until catch the nipa there. This is what our dame who product and I can now watch him I say. Ibo to my ifi chef no do. And I feel so always sorry shop one. And when the way you never be sure also you free goods to clear or another be reduce to clear. And I told you reduce to clear be no yard papa. And for the food baby there say party food eating salmon.
And the food there do wafa.
Oh, that's a tree, right? It's in fantasy is a party food eating salmon. Na said I don't want you to say that we will be ditched. A mamma who took no imperial there, they be a Malaysia, Michigan, Mishamuku, naked dear as a bone. Bring your rebate or they to me, did my papa, or your catty crown pa, valuable, on your valuable, on your neat. And what? Neddy the Mawa Munipedian, now woman can Nipedian and can't show the bay or cracofi. I did my papa, Mamma Mamma, I did my bonny beer.
Adriana Papa, okay, as a member. There was a time I mean who said Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana. And they mean someone more and answer other agencies. A code beer. Na ema o check the authenticity of a product. Food ne sanye made him said doors of pounds and no a draw and no crane a session of a ruby. You bet me generate with technology a complaint mechanism a bema yet me a peke intelligence in term now yet because some people are very good as you just mentioned or share na so who's a cabe 2 weeks crana I aspire either so no abedina de and now the better or the chance one no catch or say aka crana a chum it is obedi dia din tem and yes are touching. There are others who feel your papa. All tired there so feel say wako far big what is can the toy the sick and shit. Eti papa wo boni wo. Boneno and almost so try some be smart. Mechanism be why beti me de aketeli is almost smart and sakra digitally.
Yeah. We coming up with there is a programmer start from proper seal. And that system and what happens in there. When you import any food item into the country, we've started with some selected food item because we want to we'll roll it out later on. But pilots now you key into the system the date markings of your product and the batch numbers. Okay, and so I can sit at the FDA and monitor who has brought in what, when is that product expiring. And you know, if I want to go out to go and do market surveillance, I can pick out a list of products or beat it back at any particular time and then try to. And I know from the system who brought that product in. I can go to your warehouse. Okay, let me have a list of your distributors and then your wholesalers. Then go to your wholesalers and then look at because all the details are in there. So the proper seal is one of the mechanisms here, and it is a government-driven agenda to ensure that we can so we are taking things very seriously. It's
say trade ministry yes or be banning some imports. There your mixed feeling because you share the business aspect, you share the nutritional or availability of some products and in nuanum. Bibi to say frozen food. Box no ho, you see expiry. Nipa bebre ko ekotwa on top box ho. Box ni no obi a obeton de ama retailers obi kwa yi ba akokosre na de ama no. Obi nyama ne awe. Oh Jesus my God. £1 yare udu kuma say yes I want to yare da udu kuma say
ye medina
yamade no ya friend yare and na
oya who's another yare sounds like Yoruba
there be we nya yareba we sa na mo friend no ye nyama de de ya bosoa
ona yeah,
and me Ada.
Let me tell you a very funny story. Okay, I schooled in Russia, right? In Moscow, and there was this diplomat or African diplomat in Yekasren. Now you're queen. Now, son of Wakoto Yemede, you know was African, so there's a delicacy.
Yeah.
Now, what flat one? Oh yeah, diplomacy couldn't what to ho. And they couldn't believe that somebody was cooking something with that bad stench.
Okay.
Now the bonia there. No, Yemiti has its own smell and also the It hadn't bonity would have brought from Bonda. What was it? And as you to them, when you are GS
because my shin quite.
Another one. Obi figure na man or the Kobe or the best school. You know, Chade or the Kobe na brother band to obey brother PC. So we came from our hostels at least to have a taste of something Ghanaian. And in the hostel you have a common kitchen. And you know, or the Kobe ni sijado. Na Kobe started there. Oyinka. You know, because catch pot and there. Somebody is cooking a rotten meat or rotten fish.
In Papa Kofido's voice,
now there, I don't have before in there. He knew where the African students were, so he came straight into our room, asking who is cooking this thing. Fell into a beer. What do you mean? Why do you come to us telling us that we don't know who is cooking that thing? And I offended pot and come made man to cook volume.
Oh,
say fair into. Let me not make a bro for me there. Me that door born.
As I did so pay.
Only tell me if you want some of me, I'm going to me make one person a Kobe. But the definition of it is share and the characterization of the product is smell or urban. No. They can't believe somebody will eat a thing like this. But you see, delicacies are somehow but we need to be very careful. Today, some of these products that are coming from outside. In Pempin, they don't eat it themselves. It is we, the Africans, who have found the need for it. And some of them, if you crumple or what a crumple that we are buying those things are, they feel it is quite insulting. How should you be eating a thing of this nature? There was a time people were in Coco feet. In Coco Wanana Usisi for me. Also, ye bibi obi cry import or the bar.
Where you remember location be within Accra?
No, me why?
Yeah, Totobi, wele, ya betoton, and namne chino. Na ujina area wa everywhere. Area one watenka. And ya toton. Me, I personally went there and Muslim side where no so ya deba ya different. Yedi frabuche ba so me say so de ma edrum be bia na asam na I can ya eye sampaniam pa say this is an imported product. Your war systems war your imports any ade enti wele anase nantwie chi na ebon no ya beyi na ye betoton na ye hwa ho na ye de abedwum na ye beto na ye di no. No one checked frozen food meat or honestly. Me adami who pass say ye madie ye kraba and I'm so Jesus ye wu. enti yɛn wa yɛ da me yakra we akokwanam yakraba yankrofo business ebi yɛ papa ebi enye good by yentimi check any check system bia ɛwɔ yɛn port of entry de be hwɛ near their track is hanyema bia ɛyɛ difficult for the general public to assess say ESPA and I saying
no, you have it, you have them. As I speak with you, I mean, last week I was at a management meeting, and then the officers responsible for intelligence and safe disposal will have to come and then defend some work that they have done. And if you look at the number of containers of frozen foods that we have disposed of, you'll be surprised. If you take a product like poultry and salmonella bacteria, they result in salmonellosis. They are bedfellows. But if the product comes in, and unfortunately, we've even been having what we call the food safety alerts from foreign countries, and from Europe in particular. Quite recently, we are having some from Poland, where some poultry products have come into the country, and we picked them up at their lab, that they were also contaminated, and we had to go after them and have them destroyed. So these are things that we do all the time. But let me also add that, yes, there could be smuggled products into the country. Take, for example, the issue of toffee. Okay? Until recently, some people thought we've forgotten about it. Oh, Debbie. Debbie. You see, Ghana for here, and the interesting thing is that besides the Food and Drugs Authority, if a law is passed there, it is not only for the FDA officers to be the ones to ensure that the law is followed through. The police will have to ensure that the law is followed through. The environmental health officers, ordinary people. But the most importantly, like I said, with food, our biggest asset is the public education. And so let the person even smuggle the product and bring it in. If Ghanaians know that this product is not wholesome, it is not healthy, and that we should not eat it, nobody will buy. And that business will definitely or eventually die. Okay, COVID, there was this shield beer obey. And because of the shield, people are not using the nose mask. Do you know one day, a simple public education that was done by some officers from the Ghana Medical Association, it killed that business. Because I remember very well, somebody was going to sell a piece for me for 40 Ghana cedis. A piece for 40 Ghana cedis at that time. I needed about 100 because we get a program B. I needed about 1,000. We get a program B so that we can give to the participants. Beyond, after that public education that was carried by Ghana Medical Association, by the following morning, people were selling it for 5 cedis and nobody was buying. From 40 Ghana cedis to 5 cedis and nobody was buying. Because what did they say? They told us that if you wear the shield, it does not cover, it does not protect you, it doesn't give full protection. The nose mask is better. You better use the nose mask rather than even use the shield. But the shield was going for 40 Ghana cedis a piece. Public education is very vital. And I believe, and I'm there. Wait for, if your question is here, I will true here. This program is very much patronized. And I will plead with you, say, give us more platform. If you see the middle answer, they be a busy brilliant. Say, say 30 minutes be another be a yansu be today a message that you can play on your program, advising people on a daily basis. So that people will become more and more conscious about food safety. There's
a next time we meet among phantom na a training of trainers. Sometimes a boy young people with braba media no, so that we can also whip interest of the media in educating or supporting
this
education.
Drive.
Yeah. If we say to some of us who does social development, I'm a proud social development advocate. I'm not shy. I won't get money out of it, but I know I'm protecting lives. It's a MFA, a day. I feel at peace within me. There are people like me, but they don't have the knowledge. Me require development studies to aid me in what I'm doing. My chower system num. I have Tisawo, Auntie Olivia, Rhoda, Bobo Din on because standards authority me won for that helps me educate me to educate. Eti would understand me sramo. Yen health. Nyarewa count for the kidney failures, the liver failures, and
kidney not and liver true yet. Are young men who have resorted to drinking herbal bitters. What's it mean? Gonna mean you find out on the bladder, but I don't think I'm part of it because my don't bladder.
Why you were free?
You be some boy for Bakacho.
And yeah, your baby son, your new sa oka hon swam.
And the funny thing is that when you drink and you get drunk, you can't even perform. And who says that? I mean, these things will help you perform. And we become so sex, crazed that anything herbal beer is here towards sex. Is here towards sex. And people are drinking their kidneys away. They are drinking their livers away. I don't know what is wrong with that.
And some of the other areas because your food, the leaves and the nuts and and one year draw your food medicine if we eat it right, but selective the other way no and talk.
No, see, and this is where media kita hudin no here pa today management can developmental studies with social issues as we are talking about this liver and then kidney, and it's all part of why for the first time when we did the FDA did the scientific forum, one of the things that we hammered on, it was the main theme, was about partnerships, because we realized that we cannot do it alone and we need to partner with people. And so it is a welcome news for me that your doors are always open. Anytime I come here and I discuss these issues with you, I feel at peace, just like you were saying. We don't make it too formal. So that let us have that, relaxed atmosphere for your listeners to appreciate the challenges that we are confronted with. Oban, yana apu muzin wasama. Onde fomo. Ma yere kakra nansen na ma zama femin. And a kawa mobo because they do what trauma one. Befi pharmacy shop 1,500 1,200 800.
And your people so me akatia it assuming say
and ebi wa mo bobo sana mo to. Me abenadwumo. Wo bo sana mo to. On me friend make it na pharmacy until me yankuru chale send me ya no ma ye.
And that's the reality.
And you have to be on that medication for a number of when the doctor say Kofi, you may have to be on this for about 1.5 months. And one piece, this is even on the low side, one of the medication, one piece is 25 Ghana cedis. And I take it twice a day. 50 Ghana cedis for 1.5 months. So that is about 45 days. Yeah. So multiply 50 by 45 days. That is one medication. One medication.
Others in May. Our health.
And I sat in sometime we were doing evaluation of Inura I aspire ya destroy. And now what the figures need be better. It drew be one medication was about 26,000 Ghana cedis. 26,000. Our I aspire could I thought the person who wrote the figure was wrong. So I called about 3-4 pharmacies to confirm.
They did.
26 Ghana cedis, 26,000. A broker. Na say da me yerbe. Na say what throw be there 20 more.
If you jedum.
E ka fan wen.
If you jedum.
Na nu ya work there renal unit. He wants some bay. You know? And so it becomes very significant for us that, look, let us take health issues very seriously. We don't need to fall ill, and the easiest way we can prevent this is being conscious of what we eat and what we drink. Zayedi in a zayanum. Odi ye ma ye nwa ban hodo na ye ndidi basa basa ye num nsa basa basa ye num su basa basa. Mama ya apomudi wasam ohia yen. Na Ghana fu nje ye di dagododo. Ye di dagododo.
Esado.
Ye di dagododo edi beni bia bro nyari be obi be dida onfer. Obi dida onfer. Obi no edi bano de frafra. Oboko party.
And on their friend UN. United Nations.
And okweyi edidi one way ban. Any be feel so one more take away. Now akweyi wo Kumase. No one more take away. Now what the salad egu e monodo. Now so if you Kumase ababedun kran. Haba. Ebe kan shwa hina ansa ne tumejima ye. Why did you go for it? Why did you take the takeaway? Edidi wo ho oye akatina karim da ibodun kran e be fi abeye diman fofu na edi. Agi take away from Kumase e de bodun kran. Ikodu fien ese mekaka na shu edi. Edibana wo de salad e gudu dada. Enam afi bobo enam ni e beto naman ina bono enam ni mo aye time bidam akokọ na nkan abem na aze. So e beti ya akunu echiri yedi ye wi a ya yer.
Ye dream sakra. Niema bebre mu. Mema Vitamilk. Aduane ankasa. Vitamilk. Plant based. Soy drink. Plant based protein. Enye free mu. Na plant based enti potassium, magnesium, calcium, and essential nutrients ne multivitamins ahodo no. Vitamilk. Yawo energy. Your Vitamilk regular. Your Vitamilk choco. Chocolate diano, Vitamilk banana, and a Vitamilk strawberry. 250 ml, 1 liter, and a Vitamilk champ, Nkwalane diano. Vitamilk champi, yama mofrano, calcium womu here, and mama senium numpe, omega 3, 6, and 9 a womb. Pebi, and the wouldn't say a ye milk, plant protein mudie. Na chese bibia hye. In fact, Vitamilk aduane ankasa. Our convenience store na ben wo no. Eti ano akwa bi. Amen Scientific Herbal and Alternative Medical Hospital. Allah shafi nyame. One na yaresafo so de ayaresa no. Efa mfidie ene nipa eso. Na edi nro apian. Amen ho no. Owo mfidie edi ye nipadua mu hwehwemu ene ayaresa bia mu mfidie akese bebre. Ebia na bempa o prostate ho abasam ama odwonso sem ne nkoyie enyina kotia mpedro sa akeke ko ame no momwa oba na bema wo pa wo ko hwehwe dia ye osi akwan hypertension, diabetes, hepatitis ne nuanom. Amen Scientific beboa am watimi aye hwehwemu ahunu susudua no na wamma wo enura ebeboa mo afu tebia mo afi. Allahu shafi nyame ne yaresafo inshallah enyame adoma wo ho beto dwada kosi memenda anopa no nso kosi anwumre no num no mo ye adwuma kosi ada no miensa duba kokosi no miensa eno mo ye adwuma dome Obensinet flat klagon so lashibi ashama kwan no mu 020 722 9505 020 722 9505 and 0244 227192 0244 227192 and 0245 275254. Allahu shafi onyame one yaresafo. Ewie me mawo former trust in notice say baby vite ya drops. Ya yede ye mo franketenkete no a modede da yense motafo ano yede ye won yie pa ekuta 7 essential vitamins and minerals a eyema mofra no ye wo baby vite ne syrup ya yede mo tutu no kwala no frase nante no sa no a na aboa wo mo no 14 essential vitamins and minerals ye wo lomi trust malaria dro athameta no lomefantry ne ya ka se mfanya malaria no ne bi wom. Na answer na benom just what test is malaria positive answer. Ene malaria dro ya nom ne sa keke. ube test lumi trust de ne ye suspension ye nkwada ne de no ene ye tablet ye mpanifo dia besrew sa wonnom na nansa malaria nda so owedie mu a woda so tenka ewo mu a no ma na yintintia ewa ya sabia enu papa no a fama trust dia bedum ye ne baako eno no baako bi anka mere ye afie trouser 400 albendazole ensunsuno eboa emansunsuno se oye ho ahwan wem ebeboa wo ama wo mo no ntene ni peduanum ene wa dane o sesegwe o die no ono no wa yete se somoro wo yam ni peduamu da bi wo hia trouser 400 albendazole wo to a eno ne packaging no ene ye yellow any green no emo bia amfa bibia 400 mouse hwehwe trouser TRUST trust enazole 400 albendazole our pharmacy chemical stores 0561 088666 0561 088666 and 0561 088663 0561 088663 Happy Delight fruit juice loaded with taste. Enuaba yama ye ni peduano. Enti ya no apebi. Enya de bia ne be ye tim. Oh, to da so anu wotwa wonum kakra. Mama Happy Delight fruit juice bi num they are loading with taste. Wonum bia hu say yes, e ko kama ni peduamu ya fasha fridge mu kakra so na enya yi kakra na chese aye yi. Wo wade a udi premai kakra na so nya cashew nut kakra bi si nchen na wonsimpia o snack a Happy Delight fruit juice or convenience stores e twa ye ho ahia pebi ebeboa APC freak na farmer e tu betra say ma stubborn pain ajejew amwani makusa wote wenko animte enipa nyina anim so animte na nse wani makusa dodo oya na ejejew won wono ma APC na kɔ na ba onom na kɔ na ba nipadua na ka bibi kira wo se problem bi aba na oya no ya ensenkyere ne sign kire se koma doctor hwehwe baby kra oha okro ne wo na wonpe ehwo adropoti enfema wo enti ne kanfo APC ma wia ne yakase se wonom na enu achi oya ne bakɔ a kɔ na kɔ hu doctor kina farmer medicine unlimited enwada romania je adwa yade ewie Haw Ne Sen ba yeda asiaba na enemi sesel abewie ene
Peace FM.
Mama.
Yes, Junior.
Papa na obey vitamin kenom no or saiba.
Oliver Twist.
Aye, Papa Oliver Twist or saiba. Mama go yi me vitamin choco and na vitamin champ. Engu me school bag mu anya sa. Befa koma ni man.
You kan ho e.
Anye maduru hawie akwada mpanisem.
Daddy.
Yes.
Me cover vitamin 250 ml na. Udi akosie empanu ase no. Na me manu bi.
Ewrade me be ya finisem.
Enkoda sempa de.
Me anso me duabo. Efina ekro. Metro Vitamilk soy milk drink. Vitamilk energy. Cafe ni artificial coloring bia enemy. Vitamilk choco. Vitamilk banana. Vitamilk strawberry. And now Vitamilk 250 ml. Abremonso.
Ye per Vitamilk no ye nim ni fruit tete no a.
Ye per original vitamin.
Na me Vitamilk ye nim fruit tete no. Eno da me no mo.
Vitamin.
And me ebre bia. Any baby.
FDA aji edwedwe nkrato ya to.
Herbal and Alternative Medical Hospital Bena Black History and War America, China, Africa ne Ghana mpenifo abona baso say. Osaya remo manfo ti apopa.
Eye Amin Scientific Hospital. Ayere sabia o won fidie nwaso. Dia woda so a fidie ne kire o yade na no asan so sa o yade.
Amin eye expert o kwankro yare ho. Won nra no enam. Na wa doctor for ne nurse for so. O wotima.
Amin Scientific at the herbal, homeopathy, naturopathy, and reflexology nyina. Esayade.
Sa wona wo pe. Ana yare ne ti se mpo a. Nyame adumunti. Yare expert Amen Scientific ebeboa ma inshallah wo ho atɔ na wo nso adi adanse sɛ de Ghana fo ne abrochirefo bi di adanse no
Accra, Amin Scientific, our domain, Oben Snake Flats, and Alashibinso, our Klagon, Eben Shaman Road, Underbridge Ope.
ɔwɔ nkrabata pii frɛ na ɔnkyerɛ deɛ bɛn wo 0245 275254 ana 020 722 9505 Amen Scientific Herbal and Alternative Medical Hospital.
Allow Shafi, Nyamini Yaresafo.
Happy delightful June.
Swachilala, chichi soso. Afrana pa. Epe pashu breakfast and was in woman. Joe happy delightful juice against with toast, cereal, and even them cool. And we ate bread and fifi. The most fridge man. Happy delightful juice. One of one. And you be here. I come out to relax anyway. Swano, when you're. Let's say what a chamado. Happy delightful juice. Off and a baby, I bring you all day long. One fruit juice. No happy delight. One different flavors, different size. You number 1 letter. Number from NG 150. And 250 ml. A baby healthy life shows on your supermarket. Happy delightful juice. Loaded with taste.
Baloche will be 2 years. And into will be when you intend to Mahodimu. I can't believe it. And you believe you. Baby Vite multivitamin drops. And my wife, this is some of Frana Numua. When you intend for Professor. Baby Vite multivitamin drops. And your son with Baby Vite, the syrup, 100 ml and the 200 ml. And was some mommy wife, a couple be Toma Yamano. About Frabaye di Pabrania, free from your Bayer friend Mofrabrim. Baby Vite, the syrup and the drops are now.
Nashenin so say Baby Vite drops with vitamin C. Sansuna Baby Vite Zero, Crea vitamin C, zinc, and vitamin E are Emma and Kara immune system. A strong.
Baby Vite syrup, Nene drops, vitamins and minerals for a healthy baby. Baby Vite multivitamin syrup and Nene drops.
Our pharmacies and chemical shops at Phone Pharma Trust Limited 0561 088 663 and now 0561 088 666.
FDA Ashashasa Ejeden Krato Yumuaji to say eye.
Said you bet me a check in a farmer APC in Sunti, and why yen sakuma.
Uti Paiwa, Fakina Farmer, Akuma APC,
Kaka Hawa,
Akuma APC.
Sisiarie, what person no pemuna yo ya? Fever, and now when I'm ya.
Emubia, Kina Farmer, Akuma APC, Ebeyefro. Nemum Nanuachi, na enquire dear, Kuhu doctor, Kina Farmer, Akuma APC, Ayama Ubia, Yawadi, and Fiodunsia, 16 years deco.
Peace FM.
Yo, yeah, ban ya baby we and come on. Me say sabada my ye be line kakra bi na just house haba san ye di bronya enti me ka few. Ya me adom na 2 weeks. Just house haba. Me das we da won tia se sentia. Me feel me feel yo me yan ntia se na mama comfort queen anti comfort queen do no afro anti esi. Ene wa woda umane nyina Michael George ene wase akosua Christy ene ebushemu ne nyina ma wotrim kwa ma woda pa yesre nyakopon hira edema ene women's league general secretary awoda nanama ya ma wotrim kwa ma woda pa why yesre nyakopon hira ne bambo kese ene de ma nanama esi edua general secretary women's league platform ene wa woda ama about 0302257900257901 yankwa homa so pacha wana wo so menai Hello, Maros.
My dear.
Yes, me mami.
Nana, what to say?
I don't want pacha way.
Everybody are doing.
You, pacha you.
You. As someone, Papa, can many at your papa. Now you must send back the old. She again in our yearly now, open classia. A drone now, Modibo, a formal, a ma, almost a modi door, a Friena and the Banana Queen. A binamo am born and no quine soon. Have I no more born man as same and the Banana Queen? A bit me born 5 times a month. Or born and well, or born and well, it doesn't say, but dear be or wha, over tunnel. Over one and I had the day, bind to over tunnel. So, said anyway, yeah, second once a minute. Young food dear war quiet monso, and I say, be a full monsoon, and also can be strong. Yes, do not with the other say, Yamoso, Yamo, Nina, and also say, I did.
Massy,
a better answer.
You. My Rose see a bay day. Mean quay for home right. Efo.
I could look at Panama.
Me hoya pa announce way.
Nedia, Papa was not, Papa or washing up Gumi. She say, and say, oh, Cano. Me, I did Papa, me, Niasi, at not Ghana, me, for me, Niasi, who say. She had telephone or mobile radio. I said, no, Cano. A different from Uber grounds. Because Papa said, oh, tomorrow cafe. I told you, who horse. Now, I say, who producers, retailers, were Sadia adding Rano, and Yatuma Ghana. Which I see, but Oba radio should go back candidate, they said, I didn't know ye, they are granted in the apple. And she has this song say, oh, can say, Sapedia, Omonia to money, because Anita Washer, Adriani Akonipa or Ghana and well. H.A. Sabi, H.A. Yaribia, a epidemic. Which I see, but Anita the Drania in Kosher, I did not say Kwana. Only plan of back of say, I did not say, or the Sukwano, Akoti Bright. No, Akoti be Yachino, near the Amani for Chef, Nana, Coffee Way, and not the new UTV. So we were all much by the over year demonstration. I didn't get it, and I'm buying a say, and then I'm show me, but I didn't know Paso Akunipa. And I mean, you crowd when I'm here, show me back. There be our crowd, there be our crowd, or Mukwano Mukwao, Nikita, there be our Kuta, so there be our Polani, my own service, my own age. Ade.
Efo me da se ejanimo.
Ya kwanu.
Ejama hai.
Ejoso. Omoye.
Adomon kwa.
Thank you. Uni. Sesi sa adie no aya na aspana ntwere no. Wo twa ne nkeke dodo. Ndeze wo bia nko school a. Ne be do be kenka ye no se adie wo aspai. Odi adie. Kinka mde tumi de nko mo fa news step bimra. Nunca sabe minha no que se bem pague não sei sabe o inho seria mas sabe nas pai mas uma pessoa que tem tu anya aí para dúvida bom having então vamos faz um site de samra bim na obi kwet me why no ata de pipa for atara no ata kire entre for ata bom então fa do mo haye bom ni aí de india fa ye bewu also ni pe kum ni pankasa ni anga se ta mi du kapten bon ni ni brenti e ma bon no mtombe ni pedisa onu kwa no kodi papa odi aje ntimi da ntire na mtire gun for spy no e wona mi gina se o munya chantu di bin tu on yemu jade we spy
mate bedase ejani modie ni ye wo be sema mienu bi penti mira wadaro makakra yi posoma ye ne emponde
yo medase me vemfi na me na when I was just missing in a bear, I say, it be a futua was in my hand. If you can tell from the passion with which he was speaking, and I like it. Menywaje ho pa, esefu ye dase. Ye bobo mazene de Miss Mamakan every day is say kada ye. Onyaza me betina hana makan de. Now when it goes to the ground, I yenyeza yereke. But like I said, FDA will not be everywhere all the time. Sebi. Abanu kura wo hoi efre hien papa damparea. Obeka cho de wo bo ho mozen to provide adequate security for every Ghanaian. Police for how would boy a woman. Now she rekada, Obia lock in the gate. Obia to now boom. I've been to a because there is police to provide us with security. There is some level of personal security that you have to provide yourself. There's some level of food safety consciousness. Although all one kasa ima then ima bunyo ba hondo wo. On it zaye bo hunde wood. It granted the FDA even failed to be there because osande oyam shawdzene am nyimizi wo adibi hunti no obi din tum nada obiom hona wokọ chapo na oji babu din o se nyimizi a memmenyi nti woyo another wo hahai wo bre nti nyimizi wo hwe oya hoodin se wo nyimizi wo bibi hu a obi ani wo botum wo sisiw de biara da nti no yemfa afuto yedi me na yen den yemo ye hu mozen wo ho za oba yebo yenyobo kwakọ bodo nso a all the to one amount asotwe bia wo ho a yetwe aso wo ho ibi ye pesticide residue usage and pesticide usage today mama penny do okay what's it edru na de pitten ahaban no don da me dru ne bia e de pitten do a mana wotwe indo ansana ekutwa aban ibi wo ho de pitten den na ya e de chin ya obi abado wo pe tomatoes ni bi ato ope anyu ni bi ato ope ntobe ni bi ato ohona wasana kwafu no mu orukotwa na wakoton onye za onye na obane dama sebe FDA will not be on the farm. So there's some level of moral responsibility on you, the farmer. Or there will not be more than the derby. Me and dama onye me and dama obe hawadwin. Na ye madama dwin ntina ye ho de sebe Ghana ye nyina ye nyipa kwar. Inti me ndimi nua bon because MMA you obi bonin e china so obi botumi za yam. Inti se eduru na edere peten ahata wono don ana habano don the onshore also offshore what in nhihye ato ho bo modina de be din nhihye no do pepepe enti da me nhihye no da aho no bia ne nko bia enti be sra hon often enjoy no wo in zamano hono de we for legibility. It should be such that it can be readable. It should be readable. It is very legible. And Kasakura will draw attention to it. Now, the size of the package, so actually how big you can write. The use of symbols for date markings. I don't know. This day and age, how difficult it will be, what kind of symbols can you use and all that. But we'll try as much as possible. But boy, who wasn't there? Za yebe bia obama amanfu nyina sebe so yobi kura enyima kankana rekoto ada withdraw ho or pre-packaged food a ibotu be so be oh wofa meba hwe adi mamu se bra wodidin we twuma no ntwem oh mama ontwem ibotu mato oh mama yakab na wotwepa mu waso into monto fafofor so we should be trying and help one another. When you go to the market there will be reconcile each robi na so resisi nipa na I mean you should be able to stand up for somebody and let the truth prevail. I'm looking forward to a day where we can have something we say that this is Ghanaian. This is our culture. We love one another. We are there for one another. We stand up for one another. But maya hokwanma sikape ina difuzi ina pesmunkuminya ontitu yanintim eyi fiha eyi kanamika say inti no into I was in Tamale. Now there was a very funny observation. In you there in Kati Ewa Obu Tuda in the Bekade aflatoxin. Right. And they try as much as possible to sort them out.
Yeah.
All right? Yeah. Then they have, I don't know who taught them, dilution factor. It's Abia, a 50 kg bag. Oh, maybe a you alone can crew feed 1 kilogram. No, but 1 kilogram of what has been sorted out, which is bad. Was not a fra.
It was sorted out here then.
Or sorted out the other, sorted out the other. Oh, because it will come as a loss.
Yeah.
I get my point.
I know.
And so yes. So people will want to cut down on losses. People want to cut down on losses. Then you come back to the former settings. If you want to cut down on your losses, and because of that, you also have to cut corners and do other things. On also to market on until bank until you to cut down on the losses through working on in your books. Also to market to her, she will work out on her losses, and you will eat the aflatoxin contaminated food and also die. Into all what she's in war bank ho, she's in war fitemu ho, she's in and this is the moral issues that we are talking about. Where are our morals? And when we talk about morality, where is it? It's now as a country work at this. The laws are there. The laws will be biting, but there is nothing that works best like moral uprightness.
Yeah, the next 2 weeks.
But that's a for the opportunity.
Miss Vedas.
Yo, Michelle.
We shall so. I was not for a Kofi Essel, Mr. Kofi Essel, Director, Industrial Support Services Directorate, our Food and Drugs Authority, and a Tiano, our food. But I was so tea. Yes, me and former course no do until no best baby. Why? Yamishamo. Peter Square, Pretty Joy, Sika a yim, Michael Jerry Mane Arafat na Kusia Sapo, and a shisha jume mame. Baby di honchia me. APC African Farmer, Amen Scientific, Vitamilk, Happy Delight, Baby Vite, Lumi Trust, and a trouser 400 albendazole. And you may in a bowl me chidom mammy jedja, a dijume bremo. Midding Nana Yaa Konadu, Efiada, Equafoda, Equafoiko. Yadam was a munti if you had the bed, you move yes, ya. Yes, ya. A draw near the holiday as a twasso, and your holiday, public holiday, Yanni home holiday. As I say, the sea at Chamu be brave. Timbatman can't feed dear swa, that's a me. Encosi Sabredi, Bedia Radija Muina Macramo.